Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Call of Duty. I'm JC. We are presenting End of Watch, Right to Remember, and today is Monday, the 24th. Wanted to just touch a few things before we actually take off on our venture this year. We leave on the 28th at 8 o'clock from Lone Wolf Harley, and we will be visiting over 194 departments in 84 days and 22,500 miles. We're doing a 8 or 9 p.m. What we call a toast. It's being sponsored by 1350 Distilling, and I'll get into that a little bit. And you'll get the gist of what we're trying to do. When we started this project last year, we wanted to make sure we got out to everyone that we want to honor, remember, and respect departments. We wanted the departments to be able to understand that they are in the same boat as other departments around the nation. And we wanted to let the survivors know that we were not going to forget their loved ones. And that was the biggest hurdle that we had. The other was, could we raise money for survivors? And God blessing, we did. We ended up getting some great donations, even though we lost a lot of sponsors. We lost two of our biggest sponsors last year. This year we've been blessed. We've increased our sponsors. If you do know of businesses that would love to sponsor this, that's what really helps us get on the road. Every single one of us is a volunteer. We're not paid for by Beyond the Call of Duty at all. We have regular jobs, and we're blessed that we can make these journeys and do these journeys and do this journey. And that's what I wanted to start off tonight with. Our nightcap edition will be taking over as of Friday, and the nightcap is going to be really the focus. I want to take a moment, and I want you guys to all realize that we're not just getting on bikes, motorcycles, and jumping on and riding and enjoying this beautiful land that we live in. Mind you, this is America is an amazing country because it allows you the freedom to do that as well as a lot of other things. And we have the freedom of choice in America. So our volunteers go through a lot. They not only work their regular jobs, but then they have to give up time and do weekend events or weekend showings. They reach out to people that they know. So I wanted to just really, really take a moment today and thank our volunteers. You'll meet some returning volunteers this year, and I'll start with our young'uns. We have 3 of our young'uns that were on the road with us last year, and they will be joining us this year. And you know they're giving up their summer for this, and it's not that they're being forced to. I just want everyone to understand that they came out last year, and all 3 of them have unanimously stated that they want to be part of this forever. And they saw what difference they could do and what difference was done by them for survivors and their kids, and they just fell in love with it. So we'll have Little Man riding again and Little Man jumping around and doing anything. And by the way, Little Man has his own Instagram. He, at 11 years of age, is just kicked butt in this electric car racing and is hopefully going to get to go to nationals. And we're excited about that. We'll have Covey. Covey will be with us throughout the whole ride. She starts Friday. Kaylani will be joining us July 4th. And those are our 3. On top of those 3, we have one more young'un. His name is Neo, and he's asked to give up his summer to do what everyone else is doing, and he's going to be on the road with us for the 84 days. So it's going to be interesting seeing how and what happens with him at the end of the run. He's a little shy guy, but he'll get along fine with everyone. Want to really thank Jen Harbor out of Idaho. She jumped into this whole project and introduced us to a number of people. She's introduced us to Michael Dees, who became a huge sponsor, and Jen herself is the sponsor. She's a yoga instructor. She has her own studio and does yoga sittings and donates the money to us, and it just goes out there and just bangs doors and is constantly on the phone with people. So hats off to Jen for giving up pretty much her spring, and she's not stopping at all. So want to give hats off to William Gillette. He's one of our guys. He was a rider last year. He'll be a rider this year, jumping in and just doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. Jason Valores, he's a rider, and he's our basically road captain, and he maintains all the bikes, make sure that they're working order, all the equipment that we have, the 2 trucks, the trailer, just everything to do mechanically he maintains. And again, he works full time and does this when he's not sleeping, which for a father of 5 or 6 now, I can't even remember, he's constantly going. So Lance Draper, who does all the behind the scenes stuff, he's the one that puts these stream yards together. He's the one that has just done the audio, the video, the drone stuff. And again, he works full time, and he was a rider last year. He'll be a rider this year, and we're excited to have him back. And again, hats off to him for keeping this momentum going. We have some new riders and we have some new drivers. So we're excited to meet them and be with them. Ray from Ohio, Schwab, he's with Blue Line Bears, but has agreed to donate his summer to us and ride one of our bikes and represent us. And we're excited to have him. Jim Frazier, and he's coming in as well. And a couple more, which we'll get to meet. I haven't met them in person, so it's going to be interesting. But again, it's amazing how people are willing to sacrifice their summers for this cause. And want to also take a moment to thank all of our spouses, every single one of them, because they have, I forgot Allison McCotter. She was our rider last year, and she'll be on a bike this year. And she has given up just not only her time, but she's dedicated on being our coordinator. So she had one of the toughest jobs this year, which I had done last year, and she took it upon herself, and she contacted every department and talked to the PIOs and even sometimes talking to family members. So she got the emotional side right off the gates, and she's just a powerhouse. And she's given up a lot of weekends over this spring just to get and keep us going, and weekdays and driving. She lives about 7 hours away from us, so she's constantly going back and forth, coming to us and giving up that time. We have a new rider, Jules, and she'll be with us, and she has given up her weekends, and again, driving. She's about 5 hours away from us and constantly going back and forth and helping us move the trailers to different locales and promoting us and showing us. And you'll see her on the ride, and she'll be riding. If I forget anyone, please, I apologize. It's not intentionally. I do want to take a moment, though, and thank all of our spouses. They have one of the hardest jobs while we're gone. The husbands and wives are holding the fort down, and they have children. They all have children. And so I really want to just put a hats out to them, because without them, this would not be happening. So just really put a hats off to them. Interesting things. Yeah, we have 6 new bikes that we're rolling. This year we took a vote, and each bike is named for a fallen officer. And each one of us riders is going to be riding for that officer, and we'll be representing them. And we'll have stories to tell. So that being said, please, 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 if you have sponsors, send them our way. If you know people, show them what we're doing, introduce them to our Facebook. Make sure that they sign up, follow us, like our Facebook, please. We want to get our likes up and our shares. I just love telling everyone to send love on Facebook to all of our survivors and let them know that they are loved and they're not forgotten. And we got love for them. So donate if you'd like to. And I think that's said enough about that. And we have 4 days left. We leave at 8 a.m. from Harley-Davidson in Lone Wolf. Greg and Holly have just bent over backwards for us. And again, our kickoff is from there. Show up if you can. We'll be there about 7:30, and wheels will be running and up and on the highway at 8 a.m. sharp. We have long days ahead of us. The night before, I'll announce where we're going and what time. We're keeping that to announcing the night before only. And welcome to the Nightcap Edition. So every night, the Nightcap Edition will start this way. And give us a Well, welcome back again. JC with End of Watch Beyond the Call of Duty. We're doing our Nightcap Edition, and this will be running every single night. We will talk about the officers that we have visited. We'll talk about the survivors, and we'll do a toast to them. Tonight's Nightcap, we're going to be toasting for two officers. Our first one is Corporal Daniel H. Groves. His end of watch was 3/13/2019. Give you guys a moment, get your whiskey glasses out. Remember, 1350 Distilling is a proud sponsor of this. And we do, and we will, honor each officer with a 1350 shot. And if you do go online, make sure you purchase the code BLUE, because donations from that will be coming to you Beyond the Call of Duty. Daniel H. Groves, Corporal, Colorado State Patrol. He was killed in the line of duty March 13th, 2019. He leaves behind family, but more importantly, he leaves behind Eddie Gomez. And Eddie is a phenomenal man. Eddie will be on the ride this year, so you'll get to see him. Please take a moment, give him a hug, let him know he's loved. Our officers don't wake up in the morning saying, we're going to go ahead and not come home tonight. Every officer, every first responder, they are the shepherd, the sheep dogs. They are the protectors. They are the enforcers. But more importantly, they are humble, they are loving, they are people, they have lives, they have loved ones, and they leave their loved ones behind. So tonight, our first nightcap goes out to Eddie Gomez. We love you, and we will not forget Corporal Daniel H. Gross. So the first shot goes for you. I raise my toast. 1350. Love you. Our second officer that we are going to honor tonight is Master Trooper William James Modane. Again, William James Modane, end of watch, June 14th, 2019. He has a family, large family. William leaves behind Amy Modane. And some of you earlier this year got to see Amy on our live. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing person. She will be with us. She's a survivor, and she will be with us. So please give her a big hug. There's just been so much that has happened in their life. William is above, and more importantly, he's above with their 4 children, and he's taking care of them. And Amy's been through a lot and continues, and she's just amazingly strong. And we love her dearly. So tonight's nightcap goes out to Amy Modane for Master Trooper William James Modane. Amy, we will not forget your husband, and we will honor him as many times as we can, and we will not forget him. So this shot goes out from 1350 to Amy for William. Love you. God bless you. So, folks, I'll try and get better. Words tend to leave me. And let's just keep our loved ones in our hearts. Keep them in their prayer, in your prayers, all of them. This weekend, make sure, or not even the weekend, just any time, if you see emergency vehicles, please, please, please slow down, pull over. Tell officers if you meet them that you love them. Thank them for doing a selfless job. And God bless all of you, and stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to try and keep it at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So whatever jurisdiction we're in, it'll be about that same time. So God bless you all. Stay tuned for tomorrow's nightcap. Love you all.